Hey everyone, it's Jim Slater, Lakeshore Guy. Today I'm on Prior Lake, which is my favorite lake on the planet. Pretty much grew up here since I was a kid. We had a speedboat, a pontoon on the lake, relatives on the lake. Um, just a great place to grow up. Then when I became an adult, I bought my first home on Prior Lake, then my second, then my third, and then my fourth, and my fifth, and my sixth, and now I'm in my seventh home. I've been in my seventh home about 15 years. Some of the questions I get asked is, what's the difference between Upper and Lower Prior Lake? Well, there's a few differences. Um, let's find out. We're in Lower Prior Lake. Let's go to Upper, see what's like. We're entering Sunfish Bay, and this is one of the longest no-wake zone that there is. It's a, it's a transition from Lower Prior Lake to Upper Prior Lake. We're going to go underneath the bridge. The marina is going to be on the right-hand side, and we're going to continue the no-wake zone until we're out of past the marina, and then we'll be on our way. So on my right is the marina. It's a very convenient place for everyone on Prior Lake. We can get gas, small items like pizza and candy and ice cream. It's a convenience for everyone who wants to have their boat on the lake, but you know can't live on the lake. So the marina is a full service marina. They'll service your boat. They'll take it in and out of the lake in the spring and the fall. Just a good opportunity on Prior Lake. Hey there. So we finally made it to the other end of the lake, Upper, kind of at the top end of it. Right here is where the creek comes in from Spring Lake. Doesn't look like it's coming in at all. And so it's a narrow creek. Whoa, really shallow here. Yuck. This is really oh. So this is really kind of some of the unfortunate things about the lake. Out here, it's shallow, super weedy. Growing up as a kid, this was all cattails. And then you notice there's a lot of people have pools here. A few of the houses do, because you couldn't get in here. This is impossible. They dredged it out, and now you can get in here, but you know it was 1 foot. Now it's a foot and a half feet deep here. So anyway, this is where the water comes in. It comes in from Spring Lake. There's a cemetery right here. We have this boat launch here, and man, we were definitely in muck. So here's one of the big differences of Prior Lake. Oh man, look at these guys skiing behind you here. This is awesome. It's a major artery for these guys. They'll come in, they'll do a circle, and then they'll go back on the artery. This guy's doing good. He's going to start doing a little slalom. Right about now, he'll start. There he goes. So, Upper Prior Lake, there's a lot of amenities here. We have a Twin Island, and there's a dozens or so homes on it. They get power from the shore underneath the lake, and they have a well and septic. It's kind of a community that a lot of the cabins share, but they got to have a place on the shoreline to put their boat. So they got to store a boat, and then they can drive it to the island. We also have Charlie as a restaurant. What a great opportunity for all of us that live on Prior Lake. I take a lot of clients there. A lot of people go there. Families drive their boats there. Here's a skier again. This guy is good. This guy's really good. Of course, he's in the world's greatest boat, Mastercraft. Um, I know who he is. Oh man, good guy, good skier. Jeez, nice. Cutting the rug, we call that cutting the rug. tugging the line, pull the rope. um, One thing about here is kind of dirtier than Lower Prior Lake. Uh, as you saw, it's really mucky, and fishermen saying hi. Um, and little dirtier, muckier. You know, unfortunately, there's more carp down here. You know, it gets better as we go north. So let's go. Let's go take a look at Charlie's. Okay, we're now leaving Upper Prior Lake, and now we're in that long transition of a no wake zone. Upper Prior Lake is about 416 square acres. Hi there. Catching anything? Nice job. Now we start the transition. We're back in Sunfish Bay. Then we're going to go to Greenwood Bay and actually check out where the weir is, the outlet. The water leaves Prior Lake, goes under 21 to Jeffers Pond to a little creek that runs all the way down to the Minnesota River. So this strip of land used to be a train trestle when I was growing up. And it went all the way across here. It was really shallow, and we had to get out of our boat and push our boat through the train trestle. We're trying to sell it now for a crazy amount of money. You can't really do a whole lot with it. But these kids sure like fishing here. Are you catching anything now? Oh, nice. You got the right bait? You got the right bait?
Yeah, we're using plastic.
Oh, that should work. No. I'll give you a tip. Try over there. When I was your age, I caught a lot of sunfish right there. You will be, trust me. Yeah, keep smiling, boys. Okay, just coming out of Sunfish Bay on the Lower Prior Lake. Over here, it's called Point Beautiful. And it is beautiful. It's the most beautiful shot you can imagine. The street's called West. And as you can see, there's actually a home for sale by my friends from Pinnacle Family Builders. They build great homes. That one's, you could build a new home there. This is just a nice place to be because it's no wake, calm, nice, and beautiful, beautiful views. Okay, so now we're in Greenwood Bay. I love it here. I used to live, let's see, 1, 2, 3. My fourth house was in this bay. It's really great. A lot of people come in here, ski, well, tube. Really kind of a friendly, safe bay. And right in front of us is where the outlet is. So right by this blue house, as you can see, there's no water there. It's shoreline. And I don't know if these guys can really get away with putting boats in front of it. I'm pretty sure they don't own it. There's a driveway down from the road. And on the 4th of July, there was a lot of partying with cars on the beach here. That's how the water leaves Prior Lake. Under 21 to Jeffers Pond, all the way down to the Minnesota River. It's going to be a while before it gets there because there ain't no water in Prior Lake. It's really shallow right now. I believe it's got to get to 902 before it automatically leaves the lake. So we just came out of Greenwood Bay. Now we're over by Watsel's Beach, hence Lakefront Park. Tons of trails in Lakefront Park. I love Lakefront Park. I walk it almost every day for an hour. And this is actually where the fireworks go off. So every 4th of July, fireworks are blasted off right here. compliments of the Prior Lake Association. And it's the second public beach in the lake. The other one was Sandpoint Beach and Wattsville's Beach. It's accessible from Red Oaks or Highway 13. This is one of my favorite houses. It's my cousin's house. Boy, as a kid, we spent so much time here, so much time. Now they got a beautiful boathouse. Well, that boathouse was there before, but no more outhouse. And great shoreline. Just a great place full of memories. Okay, now we're on the second no wake zone, short little one by Reed's Island, and it's where they have Rockin' on Reeds. So the band plays there, and boats line up, and there's a reason why they call it Rockin' on Reeds and not Polka on the Reeds. It's good music all day long. So now we're in Cow Bay. We call it Cow Bay just because cows come actually down here and they bathe in the lake, and I call it E. coli Bay because they are in the water. It's also one of the entrances and exits for Snowmobile Trail. This is like the last untouched lakeshore on Prior Lake. It is for sale for an enormous amount of money. On weekends and hot days, people gravitate towards here, and they tie up 5, 6, 7 boats, and they have fun, and families come out and they have barbecues, and it's just really a good place to be on Prior Lake. So kind of overall, the difference is kind of evident of lower and upper. Lower tends to be a lot cleaner. Some really nice deep pockets. Oh, there's some deep pockets on upper. Weekends, people tend to gravitate more towards lower Prior Lake. They come in from the boat launch right over here from Sandpoint Beach, and they'll surf, wakeboard, try to ski, and they'll spin the kiddos around in a tube. And lower Prior Lake is 956 square acres. We're coming up on Sandpoint Beach, which is the big beach on Prior Lake. And right now, kids are swimming on it. They have a fishing pier, somebody fishing on it. And they have volleyball courts, and amazing sand. And it's a fun place to be. Okay, so now we're coming up on what I've always called Government Island. Some people call it No Name Island. It's the only public island on the lake to go to. People that don't live on the lake, they come here, they park their boats, kind of like on the river, and they get lawn chairs out, they have a picnic, and have a good time. So it's got a rock pile all the way down, and when the water's high, you can't see it at all. Well, but I know it's there. I really never go over there because I know that I won't make it over that rock pile. But it's kind of a fun little place for people to come to and take a break on the lake. So right around here somewhere is like a sandbar. I mean, when the lake gets low, it's really low. And it's not very big, but it's, it could be 10 feet by 10 feet maybe, but it's nasty if you hit it. It's not marked. A lot of people really don't know it's there. Some good fishermen know that fish this lake, but I know because I've been on the lake my entire life. But it's always important to know your lake. All right, now we're coming into Candy Cove. Very historic Candy Cove. Got this concrete block here that originally was for a dam. There was apparently a leak here, and they put this dam in. And in the center of it, that's where the boats would come through the dam. Of course, back then they were very narrow boats. But now it sits there. It's great for blocking all the wind into Candy Cove. This bay is really deep, very deep. 50 feet, 60-foot pockets. So it's a no wake zone because it's so tiny, and there's really no wind in here hardly at all because of the high terrain. Um, they call it a quiet zone, but that was named a long time ago, and I know who they named it after. A couple of my good friends were having a lot of fun years ago in here, and it used to be a really fun, crazy place to be, but now it's more tame um, on the weekends and more family orientated. Um, like right now, wow, it's just so nice and beautiful in here. And the sunset comes straight over the end of it. It's just beautiful. It's just a great place to be, Candy Cove. People always say, why? Where did the name come from, Candy Cove? Is there really candy in the bottom of Candy Cove? Well, here's what I do know. There's 3 cell phones in the bottom of Candy Cove, and they're mine. And if anybody finds them, they're old flip phones. And actually, there was 4. A diver found one, and he kind of laughed. He said it was ringing off the hook, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't ringing because it was in the water. But a lot of stuff is in the bottom of this lake, and I will find candy, I know, at some point in Candy Cove. I'm always asked, "Hey Jim, what's a good sign of a good lake home? What's the sign that we can tell a good lake home is?" Well, I got a sign for you. How about this sign? This home is on the market. I have it on the market. Beautiful sand beach. Good opportunity for anyone. So thank you for taking a tour of Prior Lake with me today, learning the difference between Upper and Lower Prior Lake. Keep smiling.